All right, I thought I'd give a tour of my, I guess, my mega base. Look at it. So this game, you know what this is. This is Factorio, and you can do lots of things, but for me, it does a really good job of itching my automation programming nerve. So let's go ahead and take a look at this base that I've been working on for a couple years. So first off, let's just start with how big it is. So if we zoom out, uh, you'll see that we have kind of these little lines here in these boxes. What this is, these are the edges of the base where there is some laser turrets for any sort of aliens that come out. You can see with the pollution on that I'm just starting to get close to where the next level of aliens might be, so I might have to start clearing that out at some point in time in the near future. But for now, there's no pollution overlapping with any of the aliens. So all these things are the railroads. They're all set out in a grid pattern. I added some diagonals to it as well just to cut down the travel time because it's a significant distance from here to there. And then each one of these things is a defensive turret set up with some logic here to automatically request things if needed and automatically restart itself and then turn that off if it's not needed. So that's kind of the outer look of things. Power. I run everything off of the solar panels. So I fill up this whole area of solar panels and this whole area as well. So these are all solar panels with the Robopod ports in it. So this is the last area that I filled up, and I may expand that later. This is one of the first areas I filled up, and I removed all the Robo ports just to lower any sort of FPS issue you might be getting with that. So anyway, so areas of the base. We have, this is the original starting point. So there's the landing craft here, a spaceship that you die or that you crash at the beginning. And this is kind of my original starter base that kind of morphed into kind of build everything base. So this is really messy. It's not pretty. It just is very functional for what I needed to do. Just creating pretty much every little item that I need. It creates it, as well as my first rocket silo. So this is not optimized at all. It just kind of pours in things little bit by little bit. And you can see that we bring in some iron, some steel, some copper, railroad, red and green circuits. And then over here we have blue, plastic, dirt, and then these are some of my builder trains. So I have a train for building just generic factory stuff. It just automatically gets reset and refilled. Actually, I got two of those, so as I'm needing one, I can grab all the supplies I need, send it back, and then another one will be on the way, which is kind of nice. And then I have a solar panel refreshment train. So this thing just takes all the solar panels that are needed and then sends them off to the solar panel drop-off. So when I'm actually building solar panels, or placing them at least, this whole thing will continually request all the panels, and then they can transfer the panels with the robots and build out all of the stuff that's needed. So nothing too special about this base at all. Just brings in some stuff. Some other stuff comes in from way back in the day, like rocket fuel and stuff like that. It's coming in, plastics coming in from, actually that's going out. Some of the stuff's coming in from other places. Got some oil coming in. Nothing too crazy. And then the purple science is external. You'll see this really long thing over here. I'll get to what that is next. But yeah, nothing too crazy about it. Builds the science, puts it into science stuff. So everything else in this basically revolves around these things here. We got one here, one here, one here that I'm just starting on. Haven't actually got fully ramped up yet, and then one here. So what these things are basically just plug and play rocket silo building things. So you'll notice here that if I look at what's on this logistics system for this area, everything science pack, I've got 35,000 science packs. So the thing that's actually slowing down the rocket silo is the white science, or the science for this is the rocket silo. And that never actually will wait either. So it's full time going the full bore, max number of speed and efficiency modules on that thing, launching a rocket every, I guess it's like every minute thereabouts, or whatever happens to be, as fast as it can run. So you saw it launched one, and then it finishes building it right there. Boom, done. Okay, so now it's done finishing it, and it's going to go through and launch another one off. So that's going off as fast as it can. And then all the science is in here. Different areas of the base are divided up, or this area divided up into different sciences. So here's red and green. You just need the steel, and not steel, the copper and the iron. And then over here is the science for the purple and the gray. And so just the inputs for that are over on this side. And then over here is the blue and the yellow. And again, inputs for that are over on that side. Try to minimize the amount of distance that needed to be traveled. Here's the only liquid stuff that's needed for this as well. And then over here is where we are making the rocket parts for the white science. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I've got this whole thing. I can just copy and paste it wherever I want to paste it. And then I just need to make sure that I have the trains that I need. And again, that's what this thing came about. So I have 2 of each train. So there should be one that's sitting at the train station here unloading. Once that's unloaded, there should be another one waiting in the queue to fill that spot. So right now, looks like we are maybe short on a blue circuit, or maybe it's somewhere else. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I need to add another blue circuit train. So anyway, same thing with rocket fuel. Looks like rocket fuel might be running on that, or might need to create another train. Not sure at this point, just because I have so many of these going on in the base. But yeah, so that is kind of how that works. Other things that are kind of interesting in this, creating steel for all this stuff is ridiculous. And I got one major spot for that, and that's this whole set of furnaces for all this steel. Comes in and drops that off. And looks like steel is not the limiting factor right now, so that's good. There's another one here. The one thing that I also spent a long time on is I attempted to make a blue science section that would create a full, as fast as it can go, 4 belts, blue science. Everything's basically based off of belts, so a train should be, each cargo unit in a train should be a full belt for every input and output. And so I try to have that maximized as full as I can. So this whole area here is all the resources required in order to generate 4 full belts of blue science blue circuits. So you can see right here, what do I have, like, let's see here, I think we have like here, yeah, like 20 lines of green circuits there, another 12 lines there, blue circuits, and then over here, another, I think these are 17 apiece. I got these. Kind of hard to see. 35? Oh, look, I'm adding that too. I guess I do this on, yeah. Got 17. There's 17 lines each one. So I got 17 here in this one, 17 in this one, 17 in this one, and 17 in this one. And they all, no robots, just try to do it all via belts. Not sure that was the best thing to do, but you know, it's kind of interesting to do that and to figure out how to get all that optimized efficiently to pull all the resources in one area and dump it all in there. So there's no trains needed for that, which is helpful. Other thing that I have is just trying to go through and make green circuits all by bots. So this is all the bot section here. You notice that a large portion of this is never actually used. So it's just a little bit underutilized, but that's okay. Yeah, could be a lot more than that. All those robots go, whoa, it's crazy. So let's fill up all the green, and then most of them go over here into this area to make blue circuits. So, yeah, lots and lots of crazy stuff here. So, yeah, I think that's really about all to show. When I need to go through and expand my base, I just go and move my little trains around with my artillery, and they will go and, yeah, so that one train there will go to that level. I'm at level 17 or 14 on the artillery range. And what's my other stuff? 20 speed bots, 20 damage on lasers, 15 artillery shells. Yeah, so I'm 131 million science for this one. That's the latest one that I'm at, which is kind of crazy. Robot speed 19. So yeah, 16 million. So once that's done, I can try to increase that. But yeah, it's crazy how much science there is to be done in there. Yeah, so we're expanding this, just move that train wherever I want, expand the railroad wherever I need to, put in all the laser turrets where I need to. Sometimes I expand it so I don't have to add as many stations. I'll put some roboports down, but yeah, that's about it. So I'll have to go through and do another outer belt here at some point in time and continue that on. Yeah, I think that's about all to say, all there is to say. Here's kind of my original like mass blue belt setup, or blue circuit setup. So you just drop off everything you need in here, and it creates the red, except for red circuits and blue circuits. So it creates all the blue circuits, red circuits, and yeah, and they can actually outputs red circuits as well. So it makes extra red circuits and extra blue circuits. But yeah, it's pretty much everything's set up. All the trains are 2 engines for cargo wagons, and each of these cargo wagons basically serves as a single belt item, basically. So all these will go into one belt and just makes things easy to figure out. Well, if I need a train, that means I need 4 belts of whatever the input is for that 4 belt of output. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I thought I'd show kind of what that looks like and how that all works, because I think it's been kind of a fun labor of love. Yeah, so currently I just need to increase the number. I think the only thing limiting is this number of robots. I only have 50. Yeah, I need 50 over here and here. How much of these are you using? So here I'm using, about 800 logistic robots. It's not even that many robots needed in order to get this at full output. So, yeah. So that's about that. I wonder if there's something else that I should show off. Here's my statistics, yeah, production statistics. So, what am I at here? Maybe look at the power. Yeah. Ocean buildings, fluids, items. 161,000 copper plates every minute. 267, maybe 3.9. I don't know what G is. That's a whole lot. Whatever happens to be those things. Power is on here too, isn't it? There we go. Yep, so I got quite a bit of extra power there. Over 250 hours. See, as I start to ramp things up and make things more efficient, or start using a lot more power, how much more energy is needed. Kind of interesting. So, yeah, all the railroads used to be straight, and then when I got to be a little more concerned about speed and efficiency, then I made some angular ones, figured out how to go through and do angled stuff. Oh, I didn't show how to do all the trains. So the trains here, I have a late setup for this. There we go. So this has this book that has all of the trains that you need to go through and do the base science, basically all the science. So I put that down twice, and it'll automatically build everything, and then it'll automatically go to the correct stations that are needed, because each station is basically done as whatever the input is to whatever the reason is. So this is a red to this. If I look at the train, it's going to pull from the red, go to there, pull from the red, go to there. So I got 2 of them on there. Not sure why I have 2 on there. They're all like that? I don't know, all of them are like that. So why not? Interesting. No, it's kind of weird. So it's all pretty simple. This is what I'm producing, and then this is what I'm requiring. Hey, this for that. So that way I can know, hey, what do I need to pull from and what's the actual value that it's pulling in. Hopefully you found that interesting and maybe helpful if you're building your own Factorio base. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to answer. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.